Hello, everybody, wherever you may be. My name's Larry. My call sign is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Welcome back to what's not my shack. We're on the road still in Starkville, Mississippi, right after the MFJ tour from today, live on Ham Radio Live. This is show number 93, a show that will help you hopefully learn about working remote if you'd like to be on the road, bring a radio along with you, and some options that might help you. Here's a couple that might be helpful to you, okay? First of all, I want to thank Ray Novak and the folks at Icom. This show is powered by Icom. Why? Because we have a great 7300 we're using tonight for the first time, and very excited to use it. I've had a couple of these radios already, and I'll tell you, I've loved them. I really have. My only issue's been with, I had a hard time with sound quality because I didn't realize I had a RF problem that was coming from my neighbor, which has been resolved now. So that's a cool thing. But the cool part here is that we're going to be able to use it on the road 2,500 miles from home, trying out a Chameleon MPAS 2.0 antenna. Right now, I know this antenna has been reviewed to death on YouTube. I know that. I also know the 7300 has been reviewed to death on YouTube. So this isn't going to be about reviewing either product. It's going to be seeing how well it will work for a person if they just simply bring this radio and bring this antenna out with them, put it up in the air, and see how it goes. So come along with me. Let's see how we do. First of all, I want to thank again the people at MFJ, from Mr. Martin F. Jew all the way to Richard Stubbs and Jared and all the gang there at MFJ. Thank you guys for a wonderful day. It has been absolutely fantastic. A true dream of a day for a ham radio operator, that's for sure. Ward Dixon, Southern California. It's like almost home here right now for me. Thanks, Ward. Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta. All right, we are live in Starkville, Mississippi, the home of MFJ, also the home of Mississippi State University. Let's go to the rig cam. Take a look. We're on the 7300 from Icom using the Chameleon MPAS. That's the M as in Mike, P as in Papa, A as in Alpha, S as in Sierra, 2.0 vertical, not the loop, but the vertical antenna. So, it's roughly maybe 16, 17 feet. I guess I'm not sure. I didn't measure it out. It is going to be a compromised antenna, especially when you try and work the low bands. Okay, when you're on 40 and 80, okay, even 160, it's going to be tough. So what we're using tonight is we're going to be using an auto tuner to help us. Now, the 7300 will work on the auto tuner. We did check that. However, it's right at the edge of being able to be used. So right now we're using the MFJ IntelliTuner. This model here, by the way, is the 993B, okay, 993B, so it is up to 300 watts. PEP, for you folks that want to do sideband or CW, yep, you can work it. So it's pretty cool and pretty easy to install. So for us, we're simply using this as an antenna tuner to help kind of soften up that impedance mismatch from the short chameleon length to the needs of the antenna tuner in the Icom 7300, which does require 3 to 1 or better. In the case of the MPAS, it's like right above 3. It's right at 3 or just slightly above on the 40-meter band. That's why the tuner is important. But you can bring a little tuner with you like the 939Y. You'll be thrilled. You'll be thrilled. Tiny little tuner, goes in your go pack. In fact, what we did was we had literally in a Wenger bag from Best Buy, the power supply, the radio, the cables, all the stuff we needed there. And then in a carry-on bag, we had the radio in the carry-on bag, but we had the longer antenna elements from the MPAS 2.0 because those are longer. They don't fit just in carry-on. You have to either take it on the plane with you with those poles sticking out or put it in a larger bag. So that's kind of how you work around that problem. Will it work? Let's find out. 40 meters. We can hear people. Can they hear us? Let's give it a shot and see. So this is the Icom 7300 live from Starkville tonight. This is a wonderful opportunity to see just how well everything works. It is Wednesday, December the 9th, 2020. Here we go. Is this frequency available? This is kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Now, if you notice, we are only putting out roughly 50 watts, and that's because it's a compromised antenna. Some of that power is going out as heat now in the feed line. That's really what's happening. because we have more of an antenna mismatch. I did find on 20 meters, it's rock solid. You really don't need a tuner on 20 or higher. It's really good for daytime frequencies right now. You won't need to worry about a tuner problem. Checking frequency availability. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Okay, we're going to just bump up a little bit of the mic gain here. Just a little bit. 7300 doesn't need too much. Bump the compression to 7. And we're good. So we should be ready to go. 7300, easy radio to use, simple. Just make sure when you're using the RF gain control on this, which is the outer ring here, I know it's a little dark here, so I can get you a little more light without messing the shot up too bad. Yeah, I'm going to mess up the shot too much. All right, there's an outer ring. You see a little bit of it here. Make sure that you turn the RF gain to a point where it's just tickling the noise floor. You don't need it to go all the way up, because you'll notice the RFG, which is RF gain light there, will go out if you go too high, because then it turns into squelch. Literally, RF gain's too much. See? So it goes out when you put it too high. You don't need that much. Just turn it down to where it's just tickling the noise floor just a little bit. Then turn up the volume. It's the easiest way to work a 7300. Checking frequency availability. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. And I'm showing about the same on the MFJ 993B auto tuner for in terms of what's bringing out. So right about 50 watts. That's it. CQ on 40. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November Portable 5. Kilo 7 Hotel November Portable 5 calling CQ. CQ. Any station, anywhere. Kilo 7 Hotel November Portable 5. Kilo 7 Hotel November Portable 5. Live on YouTube's Ham Radio Live. Calling CQ and listening.
Kilo 7. Kilo 7 Hotel November. This is Alpha Echo 5 Lima Golf.
No way. Is this really you, Eric?
No, this is Jared.
Jared, I'm sorry. I thought this was, you got a very similar call sign to a guy who watches our show. You've got to give me that call sign again, buddy. Go ahead.
Call is Alpha Echo 5 Lima Golf. Alpha Echo 5 Lima Golf.
QSL, man. Thank you. This other gentleman's call sign is very close to yours. I'll text it to you later. This, by the way, for the folks that are watching the show right now, this is really cool. This is Jared from MFJ. Jared from MFJ is joining us live on the show right now. Jared, how are you, man? Thanks for all your hospitality today.
Oh, no problem. It's my pleasure. I had a great time today with helping you with your show and everything. But things are going good. Winding down after what you know is a busy day. And I thought I'd check into your show.
Well, what an honor. I mean that. What an honor and privilege to have you come, Jared. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're only maybe getting 40 watts out of this compromised Chameleon antenna, but, sometimes 40 watts will go somewhere. So we're just honored that you found us. That's really cool. Thank you again for everything. And, boy, I'll tell you, what a joy it is to have you on the show tonight. Thank you so much. Make sure tomorrow and tell everybody thank you for me, would you?
Sure, no problem. All right, well, I'm going to let you get on to the rest of your show. I am headed for bed. This is Alpha Echo 5 Lima Golf 73.
Alpha Echo 5 Lima Golf Kilo 7 Hotel November Portable 5. Indeed. All right, brother. 73 to you. Thank you very much again, Jared, for everything. You are a truly very special man. I appreciate all of your kindness. 73, buddy. God bless you. From Kilo 7 Hotel November Portable 5. Anyone else still on frequency? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November Portable 5. Live on YouTube's Ham Radio Live. Remote from Starkville, Mississippi. Calling CQ. CQ 40 meters from Starkville, Mississippi, running remote portable. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November, portable 5, calling CQ. CQ 40 meters, Kilo 7 Hotel November, portable 5, calling CQ. CQ, any station, anywhere. We're live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube. We'd love to talk with you. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November, portable 5, calling CQ and standing by. Now keep in mind, folks, this radio right now is under $1,000 US. It's under $1,000. And it's been under $1,000 most of the year. But what's fantastic about it is just how powerful it is. The Icom 7300 gives you an awful lot of filtering options for your RX side. It's the first SDR radio that's a box with knobs. Very historic radio. There's a reason they've sold over 2 million of these things since they first were released in 2016. Let's go back to the recap. CQ on 40. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November W5, calling CQ. CQ, Kilo 7 Hotel November /W5, calling CQ. Live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube, Kilowatt 7 Hotel November /Whiskey 5, calling CQ to any station, anywhere, and listening. Again, keep in mind, we're only putting out about 35 watts or so. Not a ton, but 35 can work sometimes. CQ, Kilowatt 7 Hotel November /Whiskey 5, calling CQ. CQ, live on YouTube's Ham Radio Live and streaming. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel November, Kilo 7 Hotel November /Whiskey 5, calling CQ to any station, anywhere, and listening. Somebody's close. CQ, Kilowatt 7 Hotel November /Whiskey 5, calling CQ. Live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube, working remote from Starkville, Mississippi. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel November /Whiskey 5, calling CQ to any station, anywhere, and listening. Again, 7300 is so easy to use. You can move the band pass, you can shrink it, you can adjust it. It's just so easy to use. That, move it around, real easy. CQ, 40 meters. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November /Whiskey 5, calling CQ. CQ, live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel November /Whiskey 5, calling CQ. Kilo 7 Hotel November /Whiskey 5, calling CQ to any station, anywhere, and listening. Alright, a little tough on the CQ end. Let's see about jumping into a QSO. Got one right here.
And getting worse and worse. And now, it's not going to go away tomorrow. This huge number of cases in California. It's not going away tomorrow because that only represents those 30 50,000 people only represents a portion of the people that were infected throughout the state.
Eric,
So you're going to have
how are you? Good evening. I thought it was you that was calling me first. I was so excited. I'm still excited because it was Jared from MFJ. Very close in call signs. You're Kilo 3 Echo Lima Golf. He's Alpha Echo 3 Lima Golf. So you can see why it was a little bit close to me, you know?
Why can't people see that?
Yeah, I'm a little worried about jumping in on these guys.
Significantly. Not as much as this. This is more than what I would expect for this holiday.
Again, lots you can do with it. You can just rip this thing to pieces. It's a touch screen. You can adjust it as you want on the fly.
I'm quite happy.
Okay, W828C K2BLU. I am going QRT. K2 Blue going QRT. Everybody within the sound of my voice, have a good evening, have a good night, have a good holiday, and don't kiss the mailman.
Kilo 7 Hotel November Stroke Whiskey 5.
The W828C, there are people on the station. Pick them up.
Oops.
But you need to move down to Florida. Alright, yeah, there are some stations calling me, but guys, I need to go walk my dog. K2BLU QRT.
We don't want to cause him any trouble. You know, got this gentleman here again.
So if you didn't have all of this lockdown, I think people would be more cautious because it wouldn't be like, you got to do it, and people would take better precautions.
So here's something. We're going to make some lemonade out of lemons.
Okay, we're gonna make a little lemonade out of lemons. Okay, for us folks, okay, by the way, we did show it worked. Okay, yeah, it was NVIS pretty much. I get it. We talked to Jared here local in Starkville, which is great. Means the antenna works. That's important to note. This is an antenna that takes 5 minutes to put up. Everything is very good quality construction. I can tell you that from the stake, that's beautiful aluminum, and I mean it's like a vampire stake. You stick it in the ground after you've put the mill whips together to it, both sections. If you want to work 40, try and work 80 with a tuner. You got to put them all together. 5 minutes. That's with your coax included, running the counterpoise wire, and you're done. That's it. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes to put this MPAS 2.0 Chameleon antenna up. And of course, right there on the radio, it is absolutely just easy to use on the 7300. I would just recommend, if you're going to use one, please make sure, bring yourself a Go kit, make yourself that you have, like, maybe, I don't know, give yourself an auto tuner that's going to be reasonable to use. If you're going to use something, say, for example, maybe a Yaesu, I'm sorry, if you're using like I don't know, I'm thinking like a 939Y, MFJ 939Y is a great one. The 939Y is easy to get, cheap, small, quick, goes up to 200 watts, simple, makes it great to use. And you can use it simply because all you have to simply do is hook it in line from the antenna, from the MPAS antenna, just run it right to the back of the radio. In fact, if you want to make it real easy, just the interface cable, get the 939Y auto tuner, which has got the Icom cable with it. I think it's like 140 bucks. Cheap buy. It'll tune up to 200 watts. Makes it simple because you're going to need that because of the impedance mismatch on this compromised antenna to work 40 meters and 80 meters. I don't see it working 160. Maybe 50 miles, you could, I guess, but I would say probably your chances are going to be slim. You could see at 40 meters, it's putting out 35 to 40 watts. It's just simply because of, how long it is. It needs to be taller, that's all. But what they've done is still remarkable. Remember, 5 minutes to put up. Easy to take on your carry-on bag. you can play ham radio. But the other thing you do is you can DX. Thought about that?
I did. Here we go. Let's listen real quick. Let's go to the AM dial. We're going to go AM, and we're going to pop way down to the general broadcast band. For us in the West, we don't get to hear these stations. We get to hear them because they don't come in on the West. For example, I can tell you some wonderful
history because I was in the broadcast industry for a long time. There's a station that's been around since the mid-1920s. It's out of St. Louis, KMOX St. Louis. Now, for the folks in the Midwest and East Coast and Southeast, you already know about it. But for us in the West, folks that are west of the Rockies, no, you don't. Look at how wonderful the 7300 is as a receiver with this antenna. You can have a ball with this thing, and you can hide the antenna by a tree. No one even knows it's an antenna. It just looks like a big old tree. Don't worry about it. You can hide it. Let me show you. Let's do a little DXing on the
AM dial. Watch it work. This is cool. So we'll tune to 1120. That's KMOX out of St. Louis.
The northern sky where you are.
No, it's cloudy.
Look at that.
Oh, so
There's no noise reduction here.
Yes, as well as any meteors or any of those flying around. Now you got to get out of town.
All right.
Away from their lights.
So there's a great example of if you're a DX guy, you love to listen to shortwave or the medium wave band. There's a great way to do it, and you can just bring this antenna with you, and you can work some radio on 20 meters. You'll get a lot more signal on that end, for sure you will. Let's say, for example, like we're in Mississippi, right? Okay, let's go down and we're going to listen, try and pick up WNBC out of New York City. Might not do it. It's a long ways. Nope, not there tonight. Okay, what about 670 The Score out of Chicago? There it is. That's WSCR Chicago. Let's listen to WLS Chicago. They're at 89 AM. These are really popular stations from AM dial. There's another Chicago station. Let's see if we can pick up KOA Denver. That's 8:50 AM. Denver's going to be about 1,500 miles away. A little weak. A little bit weak. But I mean, you see what I'm saying? There are so many things you can do with this. And let me show you also, when you go up to 20 meters here, right? Let's go up to 20. So we'll go up to 20 meters on here, and we'll get a good idea of what you can really do. So on 20, here we are in the middle of 20 meters. So about 20, 14,240, right? So you can go up to 14,350. Now, here's where things get pretty cool, because when you use this tuner, you don't need to use really an auto tuner here, because this antenna is pretty resonant. It really is. By the way, Shane Mullins, nice to see you. Thank you for coming to the channel. It's nice to finally catch the stream live. Shane, you know what? I got to give a quick shout out here.
Shane is a very special guy. Before we go any further, Shane works for one of the cell phone companies out there right now. He's going to be going into the service. He's going in as a radio communications specialist. First of all, Shane, thank you for serving our country. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Shane also wants to become a ham radio operator. He does. And we had a long conversation on our call when we were talking about my cell phone issues. They didn't get resolved until Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday got resolved. Yeah, I had to buy a new phone. Literally had to purchase a brand new phone and then take the other one back to the store I bought it at and get a refund. But anyway, Shane was so helpful. He really was. And Shane, you can do it. You really can. This is the radio I told you about, in fact, on the phone. Let me show you real quick. This is the Icom 7300, Shane. This radio right now is about $1,000 retail. It's not very big. Let me show you. It's not small either. Palm of my hand fits over the top of it, right? So there's my hand in relation to the radio itself. Now, the cool thing about the 7300, for new folks, for our ham friends who are future ham friends, it's got a really nice touchscreen.
Just move around wherever you want to go. If you see a signal like right here, see this one that's right over here where you see that line? You just go over that signal. You tap on that area. It's going to give you a window. See how the window comes in? Just click on the window right where you want to be. And there you are. You're right there on the window now. It's very easy to work this radio with the touchscreen that it has. And it's really a powerful radio. 100 watts out. It'll do quite well for you. It's a great, great radio. A lot of digital modes. It's going to be on 20 meters right now. So I don't think we'll pick up much signal. It's a little late for 20. So we've heard a little bit about what it'll do, but let's go back down. We were at 14,240 before. Let's go to 14,289. Just pick a frequency. It's easy. Now, the Chameleon MPAS 2.0 vertical is so versatile. You really don't need a tuner here. Okay, I'm going to back this up so it's a little more in focus. Let's take a listen. Now watch the S meter. Is this frequency available? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. See that? That's basically 100 watts out. There's no tuner. You see, if the tuner was on, you would see, let me just kind of get you back over to me. If the tuner was on, the screen would say tune. Take a quick look. Okay, I'll point where it's at. Right here, you'd see it say tune. So we're going to press tuner. See up here up top, it says tune. Right by where it says USB. We'll take the tuner out. Okay, so this is running now the radio without any auto tuner whatsoever. Okay, we're on 20 meters, which is daytime DX work. You can get a lot of work done on 20, 17, 15, 12, and sometimes 10. But look at the power output. Is this frequency available? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. That's a full 100 watts out. I'm looking both at this and I'm also looking at the MFJ 993B. Both show 100 watts out. So the Chameleon MPAS 2.0 vertical is an excellent antenna, vertical, to use just as a vertical antenna over 20 and the lower bands, the higher bands. If you want to go up 20, 17, 15, 12, 10, 6, whatever, it's a great antenna for that, right out of the box, literally. I should say out of the backpack. He just literally put it together and away you go. 5 minutes, 5-minute install, and it just works. It really does. So the MPAS is working good. The 7300 obviously is on its game. So for a remote rig combo, 7300 and the 2.0 MPAS by Chameleon, I think are a great pair. I really do. If you want to work 40 and 80, might be a little difficult. Okay, even with an auto tuner, it's just not going to be long enough for you to be able to make up enough of that impedance mismatch to not just heat up the coaxial cable between your radio and the Chameleon antenna. But you could make some QSOs with it. You know, the guy in Florida obviously heard something from me, because remember, he told the guy, hey, pick up the call. He said, I can't hear it. Well, Florida from here is only maybe about 500 miles, depending upon where the guy is at, 400 to 500 miles. So, hey, if you can get 500 miles out of a 40-meter antenna that you put up in 5 minutes and can take back down, or put in your property, right? Put on your property. Have it behind a tree. Have it somewhere you can hide it. This thing's very stealthy. It really is. They recommend you use a special kind of protectant on this antenna if you're going to put it out permanently, but it's not that expensive to get, and it's going to last you a long time. I personally think the Chameleon MPAS is a great antenna. I really do. I think it's a wonderful antenna, especially with how resonant it is on 20. This is my opinion only, but on 20 meters, I can set it up right outside this window, and I'll send you some pictures. We'll see some photos of it. I can put it out there on the back grass here, run the counterpoise radial out any direction I want, and it's literally just working right away without a tuner. Once you get to 40, that's where you're going to need it. So, yeah, DXer, great for DXing AM and shortwave broadcasting. Oh, we haven't done shortwave. Let's do that just to check. Let's see how the shortwaves looks on this. So we'll take a listen and see if we can pick up some stuff on the 49-meter band. Usually about right now is when you can hear it. Let's go to here. Should be able to hear Radio Habana, Cuba right about now. Okay. Okay, the other Radio Havana signal is right there.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy su doctora Marisa Fuentes. Hay muchas personas que está clarísimo que necesitan la oscuridad en la noche para dormir. Y hay otras personas que no se dan cuenta de la importancia de la oscuridad para poder tener un descanso real.
Radio Havana is all over in this area. All of these are shortwave.
The ARRL transit is viewed as an alternative to Iran's crossing with Iran to the east, through which it brings in huge imports. Some Iranian factions in Iraq, however, oppose closer ties with Sunni Muslims. 実は調理とお砂糖です。年末にたくさんにしてお正月中食べます。これ美味しそうですね。お夏と一緒に食べても美味しいと思う。
Sounds like French.
La serotonina necesita de la claridad y del día para darnos las energías que necesitamos. Y esta
Look at the
sensación de
signal
alerta
quality. The signal quality is fantastic on this. It really is. This might be WRMI out of the Lake Okeechobee area of Florida.
Del 25 de octubre de 2020 y hasta el 28 de marzo de 2021, las emisiones en español por onda corta de Radio Rumanía Internacional se pueden
Radio Romania International. How's that?
That's Radio Romania International. You know, if you love the DX, if you love shortwave, right? If you like to do AM DX, this is really cool to bring along. It's not that hard, you know. It's a backpack, literally, and a carry-on. So you just bring them together. You just tote it on the carry-on. The backpack goes with it. Both fit in the overhead storage compartments, and away you go. It's pretty simple, and what a ton of fun you can have with it too. And then the nice thing you know about it is that it's really good on 20. So on 20 meters, you can do really well with this. 20 meters, 17, 15, 12, and 10, they're going to be solid with this MPAS 2.0. If you want to go up, you know, and by the way, it does come with a dipole. It does come with a long wire. You hook it up through the Chameleon CHA. It's basically a loading coil is all it is. You use it, you run the long wires out the direction you want it to go, you hook up the coax to it, and away you go. String it up into a tree. Now you have a long enough wire to work 40 and 80 with. Now you've got a long enough antenna that's going to work brilliantly for you. GoPack, no brainer. It's easy to use. You'll love it because it's something that's going to be light, simple to carry, and simple to deploy. I think both of them are thumbs up. Love the 7300. I think it's a great radio. I know there's a lot of folks out there, you either love it or you hate it. There's not a middle ground with Icom 7300s, it seems like. But the fact is they've sold over 2 million of them in 5 years, and that says an awful lot about the Icom 7300. It is the first SDR radio that's ever been made that had knobs on. It's the first box with knobs SDR. And for that reason, it took off like lightning. It really did. It's been a great, great radio. Kudos to Icom for having the foresight to do that radio. Because literally, when you think about it, the 7300 came out in 2016. Then the following year, they dropped production of the 7600. Then 7610 came out. And it was more than a dual 7300. There's a lot more than just two 7300s there. You've got dual diversity receive on it. You have better filtering on it. You have a lot tighter things and tolerances. Plus, you have multiple antenna inputs too. So there's a lot of good to the 7610. I highly recommend you the radio. And I think honestly, you won't go wrong for your first radio. If you go and you buy the 7300 and start out with it. It's a great radio. Easy to learn, easy to know, easy to understand how to work things and adjust things. Then want to move to a bigger radio? You can do that. It's pretty simple. So start maybe with that 7300, but don't sell it. Don't do what I did. Hold on to it. It's your first radio. It should be pretty special, right? Okay. That's the show for tonight. We've had a good time. We've had a wonderful time. We saw Elvis's birthplace. We saw Graceland in Memphis, and they do a really neat thing at Christmas time. They light it up with some of the stuff Elvis actually bought, which was cool to see. We enjoyed that. My brother had the time of his life, and for me, that's the most important part. My brother Bob, it was special. So today was just an honorable time, especially to spend the time with the folks at MFJ. Martin F. Jew is a wonderful man. And I'll tell you, deep in his heart, he has a personal feeling to make sure that you're happy. He does. I mean, I think every person in this hobby, whether they're Chameleon antennas or MFJ or Icom, anyone wants their customers to be happy because they want to sell more product, right? My feeling after leaving MFJ today was that deep inside there's a sense of pride with all the folks that work there that what they're making is important. I would just tell you that I was blown away by how important to them that product is in 2020. We're pretty blessed to have the biggest ham radio manufacturer in the world here in the United States at MFJ. Thanks for watching, everybody. Ham Radio Live exists to help people get on the air and get licensed, as well as those that are licensed to help license up to a higher class. We also like to do product reviews, just like we just did here with the Chameleon MPAS 2.0, as well as a little bit of story on the Icom 7300 as a go pack to really use in a hotel room. Take along with you 2,500 miles from home and see how everything works. There you go. You get to see it. So, and look at this. Eric says 6150 is an S9 plus 40 here. Yeah, 6150. They just went off. That was Radio Romania. They just ceased programming. So they're done. And that's the way shortwave is. They pretty much finish at a certain time, usually a few hours, and they cut their transmitters off. Well, that's why we lost 6150 because Radio Romania signed off for the night. So please hit the subscribe button. That helps us be found in YouTube for folks who would like to learn about ham radio. And it is always my honor and privilege to spend time with all of you. I mean that. I sincerely mean that. Thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoyed the stuff from MFJ. Sorry about the audio issues. I know it's echoey in here as well. We'll work on that. Remember, in January and early February, we'll be live in Hawaii. Okay, going to be special. Sorry, February. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. We're gonna do some show. We're gonna do a show live from Waikiki using the 7300, and we're probably gonna use either the Chameleon wire or we'll be using the MFJ big ear antenna, which is set up to do exactly what we're looking to do, which is DX on 20 and 40. However, after seeing how well this MPAS 2.0 did on 20 meters, I really want that to go with us to Hawaii because I know it's going to work brilliantly there and it's going to give me full power output. That would be nice. So we'll catch you next time. We're going to get home, catch our breath, and then we'll go back with Ham Radio Live, show number 94 and show number 100, by the way. Going to be a special tribute to this trip to MFJ. It's going to be called A Day at MFJ. We'll see MFJ, Cushcraft, High Gain, Ameritron, all of the stuff that's under the MFJ umbrella, brought to you in video format as well as photos to help let you know just what kind of a wonderful town this is and what a great place MFJ is as well. Until next time, God bless you. Thanks for watching. Kilo 7 Hotel November. By the way, when I said stroke or slash W5, the reason why I said W5, in the FCC, we use W when we use after a slant or a stroke or a slash. We use W to mean continental 48 states. Okay, so you give your call sign, you're working in a different district, you give your call sign, then whiskey, and then whatever district you're in. It tells people, no, you're in the continental U.S. at that call district. Or you could say portable 5 or portable wherever you're at, and that's also legal, okay? but it lets people know you're not working from home. Otherwise, you're going to think, wow, I'm listening to this guy from Independence, Oregon is coming in great, and I live here in Arkansas. No, don't. Be honest. Let people know where you're working. That way they know, and you'll be able to be honest and upfront. So give your call sign. Either say stroke, whiskey, whatever the call district is, or just say portable in the call district. Until next time, see you later, everybody. Have a great day. God bless you. Till next time, this is Kilo 7 Hotel November, Portable 5, saying goodbye, everybody, and have a wonderful evening.